What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. My morning was pretty productive. Got on the PC pretty early and got like 1/3 of my tasks done for the day. Headed to the gym right now. It's 12:20. And then we've got the team call, the regular Monday team call. Got the regular Monday team call, and then after that, I got a few things I need to sort out. And yeah, typical busy Monday. Typical busy Monday. The markets are rebounding very nicely from the Friday war dip. So obviously last week we had Iran and Israel firing missiles at each other and provoking each other into getting themselves into a war. And they kept firing at each other all weekend with no signs of really slowing down till apparently this morning a headline came out saying that Iran is down to discuss the to talk with the US for their nuclear deal and disarm their weapons. In exchange, Israel stopped firing at them. So that's the whole goal. Basically, if you guys haven't been following since Trump got inaugurated, he gave Iran a 60-day deadline to get a deal, basically dismantling their nuclear weapons, and just he doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear power. And on day 61, Israel started striking Iran, and the whole goal is to dismantle that nuclear facility. So that's the whole goal, and they're basically pressuring them to get into a deal, and that's the ideal scenario. You hate to see people dying, innocent lives getting taken away over some dumb shit. So the market doesn't look too concerned about this war getting dragged on and the US getting involved. Obviously the chances of that are very, very slim. I'd put it at like 1%. I don't think the US will get involved in this war. And the market literally rebounded all of its Friday losses. Bitcoin put in a higher low and just flagging underneath previous all-time high, and it's looking amazing. I think the flag should break out sometime this week. Maybe FOMC is the catalyst on Wednesday. It's a short week as well. We have Juneteenth holiday Thursday, so the market's closed. And we need a catalyst for that flag to break out. Obviously there's M2 and global liquidity heading up. I think if Powell's dovish Wednesday, we probably get a breakout then. If not, then my other anticipated catalyst would be the bill passing the House and the Senate. So the big beautiful bill raising the debt ceiling, another printing of like $3 trillion, and just record spending again. So that'll obviously fuel risk assets such as IWM, Bitcoin, and RK. RK has been performing very well. Bitcoin, relative strength, also been performing very well. Today, there's a lot of stocks that are performing very well. Risk stocks. Tesla Robotaxi rolled out. That's looking amazing. And there should be further catalysts with Tesla. People signing licenses. Other companies like BMW and Mercedes are rumored at the moment. So lots of catalysts in the market. Coinbase, another stock that I heavily own, and I actually sold a lot of shares in my long-term portfolio to go into a big $30,000 USD position into Coin 500 calls for May 2026. Now, the goal is to turn that 30K into 100K, and I think it'll be possible sometime this summer. We just need Bitcoin to break out of its flag, and coin should be headed to 350 to 400, making the calls a 3x plus play. So I'm pretty confident in this play as long as the market stays calm and we stop getting tariff news or bad news. As such, I think the market's headed to new highs and Bitcoin will probably lead it. So coin looks amazing. It also released a new credit card that returns you 4% cash back in Bitcoin, which is amazing, similar to the hood card. So that the higher, I think the more cash back that you get is based on how much assets you have allocated into Coinbase. So the more you have, the better. So that's pretty huge in my opinion. And Coinbase, with relative strength on Friday, actually closed green despite a pretty nasty tape, and today up about, I think, 4 to 5%. So these Bitcoin stocks have been performing very well, and coin has just been flagging ever since the power gap up, and we hit 270, consolidated between 270 and 240, and now I think we're ready to make another leg up. So Ethereum also broke out, but then rejected at around 2900, and then dipped back into the range of doom that we've ranged in for a month. So that's not the best thing, but as long as we don't break down, everything is still on track and looks good with Ethereum and all coins as a whole. All coins should probably perform very well, like I've been saying, in June, July. So far June has been just pretty mid, but July should be pretty explosive. And then we probably get a tiny dip in August, September, and then the big rally in October, November, like we basically have every single year. So everything's looking promising, everything's on track, and I'm pretty excited for the rest of the year. I think the market will perform very well, and we still have funds not fully allocated to the market. A lot of funds are underweight, which adds more fuel to the fire of us going higher. We still have rate cuts not getting priced in, CPI coming in cooler, PPI coming cooler, PCE coming cooler. The ISM is ticking up again, so that's good to see. We see expansion in the economy. GDP ticked higher this quarter, so that Q1 dip was a gift in hindsight, and I loaded up as much as I could, but obviously I was pretty heavily allocated to the market already, so I didn't have much cash to add into the markets. But everything looks amazing, and I think we'll have a stellar end to the year with the markets. And my main play is Tesla and Bitcoin, so I've been talking about those two basically in every single video, and they continue to be my two favorite players. As for the e-commerce agency, everything looks good on that end. Our sales picked up again last week on the front end. Got a few closes, and June has been an amazing month for the agency as a whole. The back end has been amazing ever since March, I want to say, so nothing slowing down there. And